Hell, me and the best friend was on the phone for a long ass time. So like I ended up slick catching some type of feeling for her a little bit. Cause it's back to that same thing again. It's like getting that attention again. And this time I ain't learned. I still ain't learned yet. I'm just going in head first. And so like once I found out that she was just overly going for the other nigga, I pulled back and dealt with it. While she still being in my face and shit. Like why she still like constantly calling me and shit. Telling me what he did. I was just going through that shit, like dealing with it. And so like after I learned the lesson I learned from this was like how they choose. Hold on. Let me stop playing. Anyways, the lesson I learned from this is about how women be choosing. And I used to hear it in songs and shit, these hoes be choosing and all that. I done heard that a million times that I had got so damn fucking like oblivious to the fact that it was happening to me. And so like after then, I just started wearing my heart on my shoulder a little bit. And I took that aggression and put it on chocolate. And I ended up ghosting that girl. For no fucking reason. She was all over me, like she was calling me bae and shit. Again, like the other girl, she was calling me bae early on. And she was trying to, you feel me? She was trying to, hey. But I was just, I was still a virgin at this point, but I ain't know what I was gonna do if she had put that shit on me. I probably would've been tripping. But I ended up ghosting her, and I ain't gonna lie, I ain't really care. Like, cause I said, in the back of my mind, I'm like, she gonna hurt me just like old girl just hurt me. Cause me and her got into it so damn bad that I just said, fuck it, we ain't talking no more. I don't know if I blocked her, I just stopped talking to her, but I just stopped talking to her. And then, after then, shit. Let me see, I was 17. Who else I talked to when I was 17? The list ain't that long, I swear to God it ain't. Damn, nobody. Back to square one, phone dry, working. I'm just getting money at this point. I picked up my job again back at the Lakers Arena. I quit that job like 6 times and came back. So now I'm juggling 2 jobs and shit. Let me see. Until I turned like 18. No, I remember. My senior year, I was 17. I started school hella late. It was like September the 4th. I started school on the 4th of September and school had started like August 9th. Hella behind. First day I get in there, I'm taking a 11th grade class because I ended up failing 11th grade history because it was COVID and I went at school. So like the work he wanted us to do, he wanted us to come to the school and I stayed out of zone. So I couldn't come to the school, so I failed that shit. And then when I did come to school, bro, I came so damn late. They didn't even have a Chromebook for me to do, so I'm just sending that bitch. Like he giving out Chromebook work and I don't have my phone. So I'm just sending that bitch looking at everybody like, what the fuck? What am I supposed to do? And then after then, it just kept going down here for me. So I just feel it. So I'm a 12th grade. I was the only 12th grader in the 11th grade class. So like, I'm in that bit. I picked my seat next to like, who it was? It was like 4 girls, 2 in front of me, 2 behind me. So I'm sitting in the middle of that shit. All I hear is, what's his name? What the fuck? So I'm like, maybe it's my AirPods. Maybe, because I had locks at the time. I said, maybe it's my AirPods. So I take that bitch out. And I put one of them in the case. She said, God, I think his name Josiah. So I look back. Somebody come Bruh, somebody is leaning up, reading my name off my Chromebook like this. She was all up on my shit. She was like that. But I ain't gonna go too much on her. That's twin though. Like me and her still cool. But she doing all that for her homegirl. And then once I catch her ass, she lean back and do this. Like she ain't doing shit. So I'm like, the fuck? Well, I just pay it no mind. Go back to doing nothing like I was on my phone. And then all I heard was, hey, Josiah. So I look back. What we gonna call her? We're gonna call her We're gonna call her Jay. We're gonna call her Jay for some odd reason. So Jay, she called my name. I look back. I'm like, hey. And I had addressed what the fuck she had. She had her hunger. Dude, I said, why you had your hunger ask me for my name? You could have just asked me yourself. And she was like, I ain't know how to get your attention or whatever. Just pat me on my shoulder, baby. You right here behind me. Like, all you had to do was do that. And so she asked me some shit. She like, what you gonna do for Halloween? I said, shit. And then next thing you know, I heard slide into this pussy. I'm like, what? What? So like after then, me and her we had exchanged numbers. This one really no heartbreak. This is an eye opener. Just this filler. This is just a lesson that had to be learned. I get to talking to her ass. I go home and I text her. Well, I text her back when I got home because I waited all the way until after school, got out to text her back. Because I'm starting to like catch on to the shit now. Can't get them too much of your attention, can't do too much. But I'm still making the same mistakes because I'm thinking it's the right thing to do. So like, I waited till I got home to text her back. And then we get on the phone. We ain't even text for real. We texted like twice. It was like 4 messages in total between me and her because she stayed FaceTiming me. So she FaceTimed me and shit. Come to find out, bro, she's talking to my homeboy. And when I say talking, I mean she's damn near dating this nigga. Like, that's her boyfriend. I'm like, oh, wow. In the back of my mind, like, I gotta tell the nigga. Because I'm not finna be no weird ass nigga. Because shit like this causes more than just conflict. It make you look like a slimy ass, weird ass nigga, and you don't want to fuck up your reputation with everybody. Because then, if I wanted to get some potential hoes from high school, I ain't want no rumor going around about me that I'm just sitting here breaking up happy homes and shit. Because it's gonna attract some, but it's gonna be the wrong ones. So I'm just letting her snitch on herself. She telling me everything. I'm like, oh, word? You talk to my bro? Damn, shit crazy. I'm gonna have to snitch on your ass when I get back to school. And she told me some what? I'm just saying like, I'm just playing. I'm just talking shit. And so I hang up with her. That shit had me thinking like, damn, these hoes just using me for attention? Because I don't know why. I thought just because I ain't talking to nobody, they doing the same shit. That was very fucking stupid to me. I don't know what the fuck made me think that thought. And so like from this, oh yeah, this how it ended. The shit, you won't believe how it ended. Well, it ended the same way I got her. She talked to my other homeboy. She seen me walking with this nigga, me and him chopping it up. She seen him on side of me. She said, who is that? He look good, put me on. I look at her, I'm like, I said, you know what? I'm not even mad. I said, I bet. I told him to come here. He got her number, whatever. They started talking. Shit just got out my hands like that. At this point, I don't even care no more for a bitch. I just, out of my mind. And so, like, throughout the rest of my high school year, I was only talking to, like, I say 4. So, for the rest of my senior year, it was just 4. And so, like, going into 2023, around my 18th birthday, phone dried in the bitch. No, it ain't. Oh, my God. I forgot to give y'all the backstory on this one girl that I was fooling with. Me and her was, like, very on and off. We're going to call her Flower. We're just going to call her Flower Girl. You're going to see why in a minute. But me and Flower Girl was on and off from my junior year, the end of my junior year, like when they let us come back to school. We met the end of my junior year, and then from then and out, I used to just ghost her ass. I didn't give 2 fucks about it, because it was other people that I wanted, and she went there. So like, I just ghost her ass for no fucking reason, just because I ain't want her. And so like, I don't know why. 2023, the year I graduated, I'm trying new shit now. Turned 18 and shit. She on my dick more than ever now. She sending my lap and shit, kissing me on the cheek. Shit I ain't getting. Fall for the trap once again. I ain't getting it, so I'm falling for it. You know, I'm putting up with it. I'm not putting up with it. I'm allowing it, whatever. And so, we started talking from my 18th birthday all the way up until after I graduated. We just talked. We ain't going no type of real dates or nothing. We just talking. On the phone all day, talking. And I ended up showing her a soft side of me. And I said, fuck that shit. Stop that shit instantly. I started noticing the conversation go and started getting less and less and like active. That shit hurt the fuck out of me a little bit. And so I'm like, fuck this bitch. Stop talking to her ass too. And the lesson I learned from Flower Girl and what this shit called? What was her name? Flower Girl and who the fuck was I just talking about? Damn, I gotta put the weed down. Hold on. Okay, I came back to me. It was Flower Girl and Jay. Tweaking. So the lesson I learned from both of them was same way you get a girl, same way you gonna lose them. And whenever you dealing with a broad that's like trying to choose and shit, let her. Cause at the end of the day, whoever she chooses is her choice. You can't persuade her to not go talk to another nigga. You gonna look like a square at that point. You just gonna look lame as shit. You gonna look like you butt hurt over the bitch. But you actually, you can be. It's okay to be butt hurt by the bitch. You know, it ain't nothing wrong with that. But if you showing it, you doing something else, you fucking up. That's some shit you deal with in private. You don't sit here and let people know your business when it comes down to your heartbreaking shit. But they gonna use that to their advantage. I ain't saying be emotional or numb, but when it comes down to dealing with your emotions as a man, I learned to deal with that shit in private. Cause it ain't just the women that use it against you, it's some niggas too. And the niggas be moving like some real deal hoes. And they will sit there and use your lowest points against you to make themselves feel better about themselves. I learned that. And I learned you can't let everybody in. I was letting their ass in too much. Like, I ain't telling them too much of my business, but I told them a lot about me when it came down to loving somebody else other than myself. And I feel like you can't always let your left hand know what your right hand doing. Because then once people feel like they know you, they could feel like she gonna try to run that shit on you. Try to hold you. She gonna try to play your ass like a fucking fiddle. And if you going for it, you gonna fall for this shit every single time. She'll tell your ass bring her McDonald's just to see if you gonna do it. And if you do it, you lame as shit to her and she gonna ghost your ass. So I learned that. What else? Don't never be too available for anybody. And it ain't just with women, it's with people, period. Like, if somebody feel like they got too much of you, like, they could always count on your ass like you hella reliable, they gonna use you. That ain't gonna get you nowhere but being used. And I thought I was just getting used because I was a good person with a big heart. No, nigga. I'm out here I'm showing my face too much, you know? Absence builds, in some forms, it builds power, it builds respect. And if you want to be well respected amongst, like, people that you might think is your peers, don't ever show them that you're too available for them. Let the phone ring sometimes when they trying to call you. No matter the situation. Like, if it's an emergency and they text you, let you know they try to call you for that, then yeah. But if it's just some bullshit, you can let that phone ring. Especially if you're busy. If you're not, shit, still let it ring. You answer the phone for them every hour of the day, every day of the hour, god damn it, nope. They gonna keep on calling your ass and they just gonna use you. And when it's time for your ass when it's time for you to be in their shoes, and you trying to call them back, they ain't gonna be there. I swear to God, and I can bet every dollar in my bank account that they won't be there. The moment they get done getting what they can out of you, you gone. Poof. You out of their life, boy. What else? Okay, after the graduation, like, me and her stopped talking, like, 2 months after I graduated. So, like, I say June. No. Actually, a month. It was June. I graduated in May 2023. Me and her started talking, like, stopped talking in June. And I think I was 18 at the time. I ain't even embarrassed to say this shit. I had lost my virginity at 18. Lost my V card at 18. It was to my coworker. I was working at Buffalo Wild Wings. And she used to flirt with me and shit. And she used to just say, she was bold with this shit. I was a food runner, but I was supposed to be in a cashier, and they just had me stuck as a food runner paying me $10 an hour. Bullshit. So, like, I'm running her food for her tables and shit. Like I just said, she used to flirt with me, so shit, I'm gonna help her out a little bit. And it was just something about her. She used to just have my sexual energy in the hole. Like, she'll come around and I'm just like, my body reacting for me. If you know what I'm talking about. Like, and she just had a hold on me sexually, and I'm like, damn, ain't no girl ever had no man, ain't no girl ever had me feeling like this before. Somebody, I'm trying to see what's to her now. I wonder if she for real. I'm wondering if she finna let me fuck for real, cause she'll come up to me and just say some shit like, she used to have an apartment literally behind the fucking Buffalo Wild Wings, so like she can walk to work. She used to just tell me after the shift over, we walk to my apartment, I'ma buzz you in, bitch cap. I'm thinking in my mind, she cap before. She just talking, trying to make the time go by fast. Whole time in reality, bro, she was really needing that shit, and I'm gonna get into it why she needed that shit. So, I gotta stop eating for this. So me and her, it's like the first 2 weeks, I just let her talk. I wasn't trying to build no suspense and make her overly horny or some shit. I was just letting her talk. Cause I ain't believe it. That's the simple reason why I didn't believe that shit. I didn't really think she wanted to sleep with me. Cause like, again, I ain't really had that much confidence in myself as much. Cause like, when I got out of high school, I had braces and shit. And then the braces, it was like kind of ugly. It made me look kind of ugly. It made my smile. It made me smile a little weird. So I had braces. My hair was like hella short. I had just got done. I combed my locks out and I restarted. So the 2 strand tweezers I started with, them hoes stopped right here. Like literally 2 centimeters off my edge up. And so like, I'm not feeling too confident in myself. My face was chubby and shit. I wasn't exercising as much. I just ain't had that confidence in me. So like, when she's sitting here saying all this, like she want to sleep with me, I'm like, bitch don't want to sleep with me. I'm ugly right now. So I'm letting that time pass. I'm letting it pass. I just gave in. Like, I ain't gonna never forget. I said 2 weeks. We had got paid every 2 weeks. So it's like around the pay period. It was the night before we got paid. I was working 4 to 12. So my check was finna hit that night. So like, it's like 1 o'clock in the morning. We leaving, we got done cleaning up the kitchen. They told us we can go. Everybody else finna stay and clean up. Like yeah. So like, I'm going out to the back finna call me an Uber. She snatched my phone and ran into her apartment. I'm like, what the fuck is you doing? She lead me all the way back in there. She told me, I told you to walk to my apartment like for 2 weeks. So we could, yeah. She told me, I've been like, she didn't say I've been needing it. She said some other shit. She was like, something about being in a drought or some shit, a dry spell or some shit. I think she said she was in a dry spell or some shit. She said she ain't had nothing in a minute, and like, I'm playing with her. I'm like, how the fuck am I playing with you? I ain't think you was serious. I genuinely didn't think she was for real. I ain't believe it was that easy as well. That's another reason. I ain't think it was that easy. So I'm thinking this shit like, she playing with me. I'd already had 4 bitches playing in my face already, so I'm already on the fence like, you playing with me. She tells me, no, I'm not playing, I'm dead ass serious. So, we go upstairs to her apartment. Boy, oh boy. Boy, oh boy. Shit. Bless me. Y'all ain't see that shit. Anyways. So we did it, yeah. I ain't finna go too much into detail for that because this is not X videos. So we did it, yeah, whatever. I feel good or whatever. It's like, after then, it was like 2:40. So I'm like, hey, I gotta go home. Uber high as fuck. She paid for it for me. I'm like, bitch. Because obviously she didn't feel like driving after then. She paid for me. And so like, it's an ongoing thing now. So we made it a habit to like, every time we got paid, for the fuck. Every time the check hit, I'm finna hit. And so like, just doing that shit all the way up until July. It was when I quit. I quit to go back to Party City. But my last time hitting it, I never forget the next day after, boy, I'm working morning shift after I just got done hitting her that night. Man, some buff ass 6'5" nigga with a fucking, what that shit called? One of them army shirts on and some camouflage pants and some big ass combat boots. He come up mad as fuck. I'm like, I feel bad for whoever the fuck he finna be mad at. Nigga, it's you. So the nigga come by. I don't know how the fuck he knew to come to me. Oh, she took pictures of me. He went through her phone and seen pictures of me and her. While I was like, he seen pictures of me sitting down like, I'm just minding my business. I'm sitting down like this. and she took a picture of me. So like, shit, fuck it. He seen that shit on her phone. He seen the messages between me and her. He seen all the time she called me, making sure I got home and shit. He seen all of that. And I'm pretty sure he put two and two together because we ain't really talk too much about what we did in the text messages. But he seen all that. The nigga came up straight to me, all up in my face, like damn near kissing distance. Tall as shit. I'm only 6'1". At the time, I was 5'11". Bro, this nigga came up to me kissing distance damn near. Are you fucking my bitch? I'm looking at this nigga. I used to keep a knife on me because I ain't had no bleed. I had a knife on me, and I had it in my pocket. I had my hand in my pocket just in case anything stupid ran off because he too tall and too big to fight. I'ma just... So I got my hand in my pocket, scared as fuck. So I'm thinking about something like, I don't even know what to say because he's just on my ass, and I'm not saying shit. I'm acting like, you know how your dad get on your ass and you just sit there and you know you dead ass wrong? So I'm just doing it, just silent. And so like, I'm thinking, I'm like, what should I say to this nigga? Like, what should I say? What can I say? I didn't even know she had a boyfriend. She didn't mention that shit. She just said, it's been a minute since I had some. Boom, red flag right there. Why the fuck I ain't pay attention to that shit? It's been a minute since she had something. This nigga's in the army. He was on active duty. Of course it's been a minute. You treacherous bitch. Anyways. So like, shit. He get mad at me. It sounded like he was in the crowd, but he went. I think something just told me, remind him that she the one who did it. So I was like, oh yeah, I can say that. I'm like, bro, why you mad at me? She the one who invited me over there. She the one who wanted me to, you feel me? I didn't know anything about a boyfriend. And if you look in the messages again, I'm pretty sure he did. He never told me he did, but I'm knowing already that he did, because how else would he have found out? So I'm like, if you go back in the messages, you know, you would never see her saying anything about her boyfriend. She just kept saying dry spell. She kept saying that I was playing with her at first. And this was after we fucked. She kept saying that I was playing with her. And I'm like, you know, you can't really get too mad at me. She allowed me to do anything that I did. And he started looking around for a minute. I'm thinking the nigga finna punch the shit out of me, like sucker punch me and run off. But he said, you got something with a point. And then he asked me, he said, but what about all these other times you all up in my crib? I said, nigga, how am I supposed to know this is your crib? You know, once again, she don't mention you. She don't mention anything of you. I don't even know that you lived there, because the way she did it, bro, she had the room set up like it was just her living there. I ain't know that she had pushed all his shit to the right side of the closet, because who the fuck finna check somebody's closet? Like, come on now. Nigga thought I stole some of his clothes. I'm like, boy, you big as shit. Me and you do not wear the same size or nothing. Not even shoes. And then he told me, I went through the closet, seen all my shit pushed to the side. I'm thinking, you finna move in. Why the fuck would I do that? So like, we just sitting here talking, and the conversation calms all the way down. Then I realized this nigga got me 15 minutes late to go back inside and actually clock in, because I didn't even clock in yet. It was too early for me. I had got there an hour early. And like, I don't know if y'all know this, but if you go to a job hella early, they make you do filler work until it's time for you to clock in to get that free paper out of them. Out of you. So you're doing free labor for a minute, for like damn near an hour, depending on how early you showed up. So I'm in that bitch hella early. And I ain't even clocked in yet, and I'm 15 minutes late because of this nigga. Well, because of me. For real. And the lesson I learned from that shit was like, don't jump the gun and then it's too fucking easy, because it's not promised. Like, at the end, it's nothing fat. Anything fast never lasts. You know? And if it takes time to build, that's how you know it's for sure. Some shit, like, even if it's the stuff, like, take time to build, that shit still could be gone in an instant. But that's another lesson to learn. What else? I learned to ask questions and listen. Because I was listening with my dick, and I was listening with my ears. Like, I was asking questions, but the answer she was giving me was she was snitching on herself. I was too horny to realize that shit, because I was 18, I'm ready to lose my virginity and shit. And like, shit. Damn, I feel dumb for saying this shit. And so, like, I was asking her the right questions, and she was giving me the right answers. I just went in the right state of mind to listen. That's another thing. I always open my ears and listen. If you let people talk your ears off, along down the line, they're going to end up snitching on themselves. Like, if you just ask one or two questions and let the conversation be about her, like I ain't gonna say 24/7, but majority of the conversation, like 90-10, 10% you, 90% her. She gonna end up telling you some shit. You gonna come across a whole story. She gonna end up telling you about her secret love life. What else? She gonna tell you about all the scheming shit that she did. Cause some of these women are fucking snakes in plain sight. They look good as fuck, but shit, boy, it's another side to them that you need to learn before fucking with her. Because if she'll do it to another woman, she'll definitely won't think twice about another nigga. Like the fuck? She snaked a homegirl. You think she finna not fuck you over? Get out of here. And if she cheated on all her previous exes, what the fuck make you think you special? I'm not finna do that. You're different. Bitch, please. You finna do me just as worse as you did him, because we don't really know what they been and did in their other relationships. We just go off of what they told us. That was another lesson I had to learn too. You only know so much as you only know what they tell you. You don't really, like, you weren't there, so you really don't know if she telling the truth or not. So you just gotta go off of what sounds right. And that shit's still dangerous as much as listening to the beat. Cause she could tell you some shit that could be far away from the truth. Far. Just listen. You gotta listen to know how to decode the shit. Cause they talking codes if you really get it. And on to the next one. Let me see. The rest of the year when I was 18, I wasn't talking to nobody. I think this the year I locked in on the clothing brand shit with my brother. No. Somebody I was cool with at the time. Me and him locked in with the clothing brand shit. I took over like when I got back at Party City. And it just went on from there. Let me see. 19. Oh my Lord. 19. Okay, so when I was 19, I ended up talking to somebody that slowly turned into my girl. So like 2024, the beginning, I'd say around about May-ish 2024. Like she was finna get ready to graduate and shit. She was always a year younger than me and shit. We're gonna call her. What to call her? We're gonna call her Mayo. That's the nickname I gave her, and I just remember that shit randomly. We're gonna call her Mayo. So like, I met Mayo. Well, me and her been knowing each other like throughout high school, but I just never talked to her because she had a reputation, if you get what I'm saying. So she had a crazy ass reputation. I was scared to be like associated with that shit because I ain't want nobody looking at me all types of weird and shit. And so like Mayo, let me stop doing it. I keep drifting off. Me and her started talking. Damn, these mosquitoes eat my ass up. Me and Mayo started talking in like May 24th-ish, around that time. She just randomly texted me on Snap. And I sent her a screen. She seen that I had braces and shit. And so basically a glow up. She on my dick and shit, whatever. She said some aggressive ass. She said, give me your number. I said, damn, what's your aggressive ass? You can't ask, please? And she said, give me your number. Again, she texted the same shit again. Then she gonna text back, please. And I sent it to her. And me and her hopped on FaceTime. We was on the phone for like hours. I was just letting her snitch on herself. Cause I already knew what to think about it before me and her even started talking. So I'm trying to hear from the mule's mouth itself. I want to hear what everybody else talking about. So I started asking her crazy ass questions. I asked her I said, what I'm hearing about you has been yeah, you feel me? Why everybody telling me that you just good for? And she was like, cause I had this situation going on. I got, yeah. And I said, what about the little situation when somebody had put your business out there? She gave me the backstory on that too. And I'm like, okay. It's good that you being real with me. Shit, she ain't had no choice. I wasn't gonna fuck with her if she didn't. So it's cool. Throughout the whole 2 months me and her talking, May through July, it's cool. But I was going through some mental problems at the time. Like, I was very, like, July, I was finna, so like, I ended up having some type of crazy ass breakdown. I broke my phone. And my homeboy, the one I put Jay on, he ended up giving me his phone. Like, he gave me his phone. I ain't never forget that. That nigga gave it to me. Like, no fucking hesitation. So, I'm grateful for that. Damn, what the fuck is eating on me? Am I getting bit? Bro, I just got bit by a damn mosquito. Might have to relocate. This shit is agonizing. I should have brought some off. Anyways, so yeah, he gave me his phone. And by the time he gave me his phone, this girl stopped talking. Like, I ain't text her back because my phone was broke. Like, she hopped on FaceTime. Like, the phone was so fucked up. I was able to know who was calling me because I seen, it was lines in that bitch. I slung the house so hard. It was like lines going down it, red and blue and yellow, green lights. Lines, I mean. And so she FaceTimed me one day. I'm like, bro, my phone broke. She said, stop lying. But I put the phone up to the mirror. She said, oh, and just hung up. The motherfucker never spoke to me again. And I think she texted me something. I just didn't know what she texted me. To this day, I still don't know. And so, like, I'd say from July, for a whole month straight, me and her ain't talked none of that shit. I had got a new phone, all that shit. Man, she just randomly moved down the street from me. I kid you not, I swear to fucking God. She moved down the street from me. And she has a nigga at this point. So now I'm starting to put two and two together. That's probably why she goes to me. But she with a nigga that she don't even, for real, want. And I could tell, like, you could tell when a girl don't want a nigga. And then the nigga was, I ain't gonna put too much of her business out there, but let's just say he was way older than her. She wasn't even 18. No, she was 18 at the time. I was 19. The nigga was 8 years older than both of us. So, like, she ended up running into me, because we on the way back from the mall. Me and my homeboys on the way back from the mall. We like, is that Mayo? I'm like, why would Mayo be out here in this neck of the woods? I'm like, hell no, she too privileged for that shit. Because she had like a white girl, though. That's why we said that shit. So, like, she too privileged for this. And so, like, we like, nah, that ain't her. Me and my homeboy already on timing. So he pull in front of my house. We get close, we like, oh shit, that is her. So we hop out the car, we run down on, like, yeah, actually real deal, run down on it good. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, what the hell you doing over here? And so she, oh my gosh, babe, here go Sai, the one I was telling you about. She flipped the phone. All I see is the nigga put his hand like this and hang up. I'm like, oh my God. Oh my God, she must have been telling him some crazy shit about me. Because for him to face palm and hang up, that let me know he's just disappointed. He knows something I don't know. So, like, I ain't really care too much into after the fact. So I'm like, yeah. So I'm like, what you doing over here? She telling me, like, she had to move over here. Some situation had going on. I'm like, all right, bet. That's cool. And I asked, what the fuck you ghost me for? On some just, like, I'm just on some playful shit. I really didn't care. Because, like, you know, I had to pass. So, like, I asked, what you ghost me for? She like, I had something going on. And she said, the something I had going on just hung up in my face. I'm like, oh. Okay. So I'm like, you loyal and shit, I fuck with that. And I'm like, so could we pick up where we left off at? And she like, yeah. So we end up back texting again. I'm knowing she got a nigga. And then we get to talking about that. I'm like, hold on, I can't be doing this. You got a nigga. And me and you, we went on no friend shit before you even started getting into it with him. Me and you went on, well, you never was friends, you know? She was like, yeah, you right. But she was telling me like, oh, I don't want him. He asked me to be his girl out in public, and then I just had to say yeah. And I'm like, oh, okay. So, like, you can say no in private? Like, you can't wait till after, like, yeah, I really didn't want to say yes. I'm like, what the fuck? So you just gonna cheat on a nigga? She like, hey, he older than me, he got a child and all this type of shit. I'm like, all right, bet. Cool. The first week into us back talking, like, I went over to her house. Like, her house, like, my house, we're gonna use these as an example. Let me fix that for y'all.